Dear students, Assalamu alaikum. Today I am going to start a new chapter in subject Zoology for class 12th. My today's topic is evolution. Now in biology, evolution is the change in the characteristics of a species over several generations and depends on the process of natural selection. It is a slow, continuous and irreversible process of change. It is basically a change in heritable characteristics, that is the characteristics that can be inherited from parents to the offsprings of a biological population over successive generations, and these characteristics are actually the expressions of the genes that are passed on from parents to offsprings, obviously during reproduction. It is the process of evolution that has given rise to the present biodiversity at every level of organization, that is, the species, the organisms and the molecules, which are considered as the different levels of organization. Now, to understand in detail about the evolution, we must first understand about the origin of the universe and the origin of life on earth. So far the origin of the universe is concerned, it is the most important phenomena in the origin of life. The PAM's Big Bang theory attempts to explain the origin of the universe. This theory proposes that the universe is very old and its origin took place almost 20 billion years ago. It states that a single huge explosion, that is the Big Bang, took place in the space which was so powerful that it is unimaginable in physical terms. Due to this explosion, the universe expanded in volume and the temperature of the space came down, and slowly hydrogen and helium gases were formed, which then condensed due to the gravitational forces present in the surroundings. This all resulted in the formation of billions of galaxies, about which we already know. Now in solar system of Milky Way galaxy, Earth is supposed to have been formed about 4.5 billion years back. Now, for the origin of life on Earth, several theories were put forward, which are called the theories of origin of life. These theories include, number one, the theory of special creation. This theory states that life was created by a supernatural power in the form which has not undergone any change. This theory was supposed by Father Suarez. God created life in 6 days from materia prima, which include air, water, soil and fire. And man was created by him on the 6th day. Since the theory of special creation was not supported by any scientific fact, so was rejected. But another theory is the theory of catastrophism. This theory was given by Cuvier, according to which after a gap of certain period called the age in evolution, the world undergoes a catastrophe, that is a sudden calamity, to kill almost all the living organisms, and new life arises from inorganic matter. Now the next theory was the theory of biogenesis, that is life from life, which was proved by Spallanzani and Pasteur independently. They disapproved the theory of spontaneous generation, that is abiogenesis. Francisco Reid in 1968 proved that flies could not arise from putrefying meat without their eggs. And Spallanzani in 1767 demonstrated that putrefaction of meat is due to the microbes in the air, and it can be prevented by boiling and sealing the meat in airtight containers. Pasteur gave a definite proof of life arising from pre-existing life using microbes and sterilization methods. Now the next theory was called as cosmozoic theory. This is also called the theory of panspermia and was proposed by Richter, Helmholtz and Arrhenius. They suggest that life reached the earth from some heavenly body through meteorites in the form of spores. Panspermia, primitive form of life, as suggested by Arrhenius, consisted of spores and microbes and existed throughout the universe and produced different forms of life. Now, lastly, there is the theory of abiogenesis, or we call it as chemical origin of life. This theory was proposed by Alexander Oparin and J.B.S. Haldane. The majority of the scientists are of the opinion that life originated from the inanimate matter, it is non-living matter. Since the theory of abiogenic origin or chemical evolution of life is the only one that provides an explanation which can be tested, and most scientists have accepted this theory. Now, in our next topic, we will understand in detail about the chemical origin of life. Until then, goodbye and good luck.